Welcome to the 19th edition of Founders Live Harare.
Yeah, how are you guys doing today? Let us know where you're joining from in the comment section. Would love to hear from you. We have an exciting program lined up for you today, so stay tuned throughout.
Yeah, and can you believe it's been 19?
I know, that's crazy, and COVID, I think when did we start? Oh, maybe I shouldn't say when we started the online editions.
Yeah, that might help people later. So I think people have to figure it out.
Exactly. Okay, so pay attention to what Founders Live is, because that might help you a little bit later when we do the quiz. So Founders Live began in 2016. And the founder of Founders Live is Nick Hughes, and he began it in Seattle. So we're going to hear from Nick about why he started Founders Live and this community of entrepreneurs all around the world.
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
All right.
Thanks, Nick, for the introduction. So Founders Live Harare this is going to be our 4th year actually of running Founders Live Harare. So I'm going to let Tadzoka tell you about the organizers of Founders Live Harare Impact Hub.
Okay, so the organizers of Founders Live Harare, if you didn't know, are Impact Hub Harare. And at Impact Hub, what we focus on is social impact. This is regardless of sectors. We're really focusing on working on the SDGs, helping social entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs, students, circularity. We have a lot of programming that is geared towards the social good. And really, that's what we're about. So we're so excited because we always like to spotlight people who are doing amazing things, which is why we love Founders Live, because it gives local entrepreneurs the opportunity to be seen across the world. And it gives you the opportunity as well to be able to invest in them if you like, cheer them on, share their social media pages, whatever it is. So that's us, Impact Hub, the social impact people.
Yeah. So, we've been doing this for 4 years, and you'd think like, oh, this is it. All the ideas have been exhausted, but but every time, we see new businesses, new technologies, new innovations, and so that's exciting. And hi, Leandra from Big Force.
Yeah, let us know where you're all joining from. Oh, you were saying Mississippi.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Oh, Johannesburg. This is so exciting to be joined by people from everywhere. Thank you so much. Sunshine Shiki Harare.
Sunshine City.
Did I say sunshine? Sunshine.
Yes, we're also here. Oh, Harare, Salisbury. Wow.
Okay.
I won't comment on that one.
We'll just call it Harare.
Yeah, Harare.
Awesome.
Well, great to have you guys joining us. Please invite your friends. This is going to be an awesome event. So we have our first entrepreneur, Jeff Chivea, and he's from IFOA. And what they try to do is to reduce food waste, especially in urban areas, and they recover useful biopolymers and biomaterials from the waste that they collect. So excited to listen to their pitch.
All right, Jeff.
It takes resources like fuel, land, labor, and water to farm and grow food. And yet a significant proportion of this ends up in landfills where it causes a nuisance and emits greenhouse gases. What if instead of dumping this food, we can loop it back into the productive value chain? My startup hopes to achieve this by using an integrated approach. We want to extract useful biopolymers from this waste, as well as turn it into other constituents using the black soldier fly. We believe we've got a business case and aim at 60 million from a segmented addressable market of 1 billion. Our competitors are those in the waste disposal transport sector, the conventional animal feed producers, and synthetic materials manufacturers. We believe we've got a competitive advantage in that we are relatively new entrants in the biomaterial space in Zimbabwe. We hope to make our money from transport and logistics and in the sale of extracted biopolymers and animal feed protein. Our revenue projections are 400,000 in 5 years at an annual growth rate of 100%. We have already signed memorandum of understanding with different companies in order to achieve some of our business objectives. In order to grow, we will need to go through more rounds of financing, invest in research and development, and scale into more cities. We ask for 60,000 in exchange for 30% equity. I thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Great. So getting Jeff up so that we can ask him a few questions. So everybody watching, if you have questions, please type them in the comments.
Yeah. Are you with us, Jeff? Hello.
He is hopefully going to be with us.
Hello, how are you? I'm around, yes.
He's there. Good. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Good. Great. Nice to see you and thank you for your pitch. So just to start us off, I would love to just have you explain the biopolymer side of your business. And then also you said that you would make money from logistics. So if you could just walk us through what is a biopolymer for, some of us who may not know, and also explain about the logistics being a key part of your revenue generation.
Okay, so biomaterials, biopolymers fall under the category of biomaterials. So biomaterials are biologically extracted materials, to put it in simpler terms. So these find application in industries such as biopharmaceuticals, in industries such as food manufacturing, and in industries such as cement even. So what we are saying is that there are some synthetic materials which we can substitute using materials of biological origin. So in short, that's what biomaterials are. So we have things like, for example, plastics. We are saying there are some materials which we can use of biological origin that can substitute these synthetic materials.
Which will mean then they will be biodegradable and things like that. So
yes, exactly. So they've got that advantage of being biodegradable and more greener than the conventional materials. And then in terms of transport and logistics, we are saying we are charging food producers or these people who make use of we are charging these food producers to fetch the waste from their premises, since ordinarily they will have to pay some other people to extract that or to remove that waste.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so I'm curious about the process that you use to make the biopolymers. Is it, because usually when we're trying to protect the environment, some of the processes that we use in kind of like extracting that waste and converting it into like another useful material can also be harmful. So maybe just talk us through the process that you guys use for that.
Okay, we are actually taking this material, right, and then using some procedure or process, which is intellectual property, to extract that. But in terms of harmfulness, I would say our procedure is less harmful than the alternative that is used for the manufacture of conventional materials. So in terms of carbon emissions, we are a bit on the low side. We are not saying we are zero carbon emission. We emit a bit of carbon, but it is less compared to the conventional side, the conventional procedures. So in terms of the process, that's what we are using.
Okay,
that's great. Are there any questions? Someone says great pitch, Jeff. Are there any questions that the audience, the viewers have in the...
Okay, so we have a question. What is the black soldier fly? So can you talk a little bit about the flies?
Okay, so black soldier flies are flies that occur in nature and that are able to degrade organic waste. So black soldier flies are extremely convenient in converting organic waste into protein, because they feed as larvae. So when they are growing or feeding, they are actually an excellent way of converting this organic waste into an animal feed constituent or animal feed protein.
Okay. Yeah. So Jeff, I have a question about that, because it seems like, from the beginning, you guys have a lot of core activities, including collection of the waste and then turning the waste into biopolymers. And then you're also doing the black soldier fly. So maybe talk to us about your capacity and who is on your team.
Okay. So in terms of how we've been rolling out our startup, because we are still starting up, so we have been approaching it from a modular perspective, where we are starting with perhaps for now transport and logistics and the black soldier fly, of which we are incorporating biomaterials in the next coming months. So that's the approach that we have taken, that we are growing as the business grows. So we've got a team of 4 people who are in management. Then we have then a team of people who are on the ground and working in collection of this material, and also in the soldier fly facility.
Okay, and so you asked for $60,000 for, what was the 30%? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so what is your projected revenue? I don't know if you had that in the presentation, but I missed it. So for the next, when do you break even? When does this person get their return? How?
Okay.
Yeah. What's your
So we
predicted
are
growth?
saying, okay, we are saying in 5 years we expect to grow to be at least to have revenues of at least 400,000 US. So that 30% equity at 60,000 is based on what of our at our current valuation. So the idea is to grow with whoever invests in us. So in about a year we will break even, and we are looking at profits year after, and that's basically what the trajectory.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Jeff. I think if there are no more questions for Jeff, we will move on. But thank you, Jeff, for your pitch.
Yeah. All the best, Jeff.
All the best. See you later.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. So next up we have Daniel Zinyama. Oopsie. No. Scrap that. Scrap that. Next up we have Tendai Musa of Qubit Dynamics. And Qubit Dynamics provides secure blockchain-based identities for the unbanked and banked, allowing them to have a consolidated view of their financial history and unlock access to a wide range of financial services and cheaper capital. All right, let's hear Tendai's pitch.
More than 70% of the African population is unbanked, with no access to cheaper capital and financial services. And in Zimbabwe, that number is around 80%. This is due to the difficult customer onboarding and KYC data verification processes. Also, financial institutions have high exposure to cybersecurity threats on customer information that is held in their centralized databases. Our solution offers easy creation, storage, and verification of KYC data for financial institutions, retailers, travel companies, amongst others. We also offer a secure access of user identity through the use of the blockchain and an open API that will enable interoperability amongst financial institutions and other players. By 2050, the fintech industry in Africa is expected to have reached 125 billion, and we expect our solution to be powering more than 25% of that market. Our revenue model is subscription-based, where we are charging 80 cents per profile onboarded per month, and within the first year, we're expecting to reach a revenue of 40,000 and 480,000 by year 5. Currently, our competitors are Zaran and FlexFling, but our solution offers a solution. Our solution offers a unique solution that is at the juncture of blockchain, machine learning, and usage of graph-based detection models for fraud prevention. We are seeking $150,000 seed investment into our business for the first year in exchange of 5% of equity, regulatory and technical compliance, office space, and partnership with the financial institution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tendai.
Is he here? Tendai, are you online?
For a second. Hi, Tendai. We thought you were lost somewhere in the blockchain.
No, I'm around.
Tendai.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So Tendai, I have a question with regard to your asking price. So you said you're looking for $150,000 for 5% equity, and if my math is correct, that means you're valuing your company at $3 million. So maybe just talk us through what you've done currently. What is your traction?
Yeah.
Why should someone, invest 5% equity in your company as it stands now?
Okay, so we are still working on the on our MVP. But that requires a lot of development resources. So currently what we have done is
Tendai, you're breaking up, so sorry.
Maybe turn off your video and then we can just hear your voice because your network is breaking a little bit. Yeah. So you said you're still working on your MVP.
Yes, and currently we have managed to bootstrap our backend service. So we've built our backend service as well as working on the blockchain application where we are going to be registering users and storing identities, as well as tokenizing them for like any other financial institutions that might want to access those identities for serving their clients. But we still have a very minimal team that's working on such an undertaking. And as you know, like resources around the blockchain in terms of developers and stuff like that, in this part of the world, they are quite scarce. Like they are in high demand. So that means they also charge higher services. So currently it's just myself and 2 other guys that are working on that. But we are looking forward to scale the team so that we can speed up the development and ship our product to the market as early as we can, so that we can start having important conversations with partners, like our potential partners.
And did you say how big your team was at the moment?
Okay, so yeah, so we are currently five people.
35.
3 or 4.
5 people.
5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And 3 are developers.
Okay.
Yes, 3 of us are developers, like software engineers.
Okay.
And the other 2, we have one person who is helping us with like our business analysis. So she's like our co-founder.
And when will your MVP be completed? Because you said you're working on that. So when will that be done?
Yes. So the release date should be end of May. End of May, that's when we are deploying our sandbox and the MVP for our service.
All right. And then Tendai, you said that, like 80% of the population in Zimbabwe doesn't have bank accounts, correct? And then you're introducing a blockchain system. So I kind of want to hear how you plan on marketing your organization to those untapped markets.
Okay, so we have like different strategies that we are looking to leverage on. Number 1, we are looking at forming partnerships with MNOs and banks. Number 1, to kind of like offer these tokenized identities on the blockchain that will prove them from security vulnerabilities. Then number 2, we are also looking at an agent-based model, like agent banking kind of a model for user acquisition, where we actually deploy resources on the ground to start registering people. And we've got different channels that we can onboard people onto our system, which is number 1, we are working on a WhatsApp chatbot. We are also working on a USSD platform where people can actually register via feature phones. Yeah, as well as so what's important is we need you to have an electronic device. We're a technology company, right? So as long as we manage to get a technology device in your hands, that means we can onboard you, and we'll try by all means to field agents across the country, especially in those underserved places where like rural areas and stuff like that, so that we can.
And this it sounds like in your answer. It sounds like in your answer, Tendai, you may have partially or maybe completely answered the next question from Hope, saying, what makes your solution attract the unbanked over traditional banking system? So you've mentioned you have a USSD option, WhatsApp. As long as someone has a device, you can do that. Is there anything beyond that you want to add to answer this particular question?
Yes, so I think to answer Hope's question, we'll be talking about our value proposition. To say on top of the let's look at the subscriber. The majority of the subscribers in the financial ecosystem, they are using mobile money. But with mobile money, you have just a limited services that So we are, and also whenever you are trying to access any other financial service, whether it's insurance, funeral policy, or anything, or even opening another bank account, you need to do that process over and over again, which is a major deterrent. Just for getting someone have a banking account, that whole process is quite daunting because you have to fill maybe 3-4 pages or forms. So we are saying if we create an identity, and then through our partners, that are going to verify these identities, we have a file of your KYC identity that is on the blockchain, meaning to say you own the information. It's not being held by any other financial institution. And we are building an application that will make you, that integrates with these financial institutions. So let's say you want to open a bank account with FBC.
You're going to have to because if there are any other questions, we won't be able to get to them. So if you can wrap up that answer.
All right, sure. So this solution is opening, access to as many financial services as you can without going through that same process again. Because by a click of a button, you can share your details with FBC and you open an account. You can share your with another bank, with Nyarads, or with another institution that requires your personal identities. And you also have a unified view of these financial services under one portal, instead of having 10 platforms that you are logging in to check your financial history and track them.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tendai. Is there a proof of concept that's being asked? And this is your MVP, right? Yeah. So someone is asking if there is a proof of concept, which you are still working on. Is that correct?
We are still working on, and we are already, in contact with one of the financial institutions where we've been discussing the technicalities and how possible this whole solution is. So, yeah, as soon as the MVP is out, we'll put it out there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Last
question. The last one. So this blockchain app plays into the KYC, which is currently an issue in Zimbabwe. ?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And COVID-19 didn't make it any better, so we are trying to step in and fill that gap.
Okay, perfect. Hip Hop Reviews asking, are you accepting partnerships? I will answer for you. Yes, he is, to the tune of $150,000 for 5% equity.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Tendai. All the best.
All right, sure.
All right.
So our next entrepreneur today is Daniel Zinyama, and his organization is the Treehouse Club Trust. And this is an empowerment organization that offers their members a collaborative, engaging working environment with the goal to industrialize the nation and, build it around smart city innovations. So let's hear it from Treehouse.
Good day. My name is Daniel Zinyama, and I'll be presenting to you the Treehouse Club workspace. SMEs face major problems such as limited resources, lack of structures, mentorship, and proper marketing strategies. Our solution is to give these SMEs, as they make 60% of the national GDP, a smart city innovation hub that is designed to engineer their businesses for the future, focusing on 7 major sectors, such as agriculture, ICT, and green energy development. We will partner with the Escrow Gem Portal Alternative Stock Exchange, local and international venture capitalists, and Impretech Zimbabwe, which will be training entrepreneurs in business and leadership practices. The market analysis shows that there are 60,000 SMEs in the nation, and 45,000 of these SMEs in our 7 sectors of focus. And compared to other spaces in the nation, we offer specialized services geared towards industrial expansion for each business. Our competitors and our perks will be creating an environment for smart city startups to develop, to integrate smart technology in all SMEs, integrating them into the alternative stock exchange, and creating a smart city database to assist other SMEs to develop. Our revenue streams will come from membership fees, rent, and a 5% equity stake, which will be taken from each company for 2 years within the partnership. This will show our commitment in order for the business to succeed. Our revenue projections stand at 12,000 in year 3. This is only coming from the first 2 revenue streams. and we are asking for $33,140 in order to start up. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Daniel, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Daniel. Thanks for your presentation. So, could you maybe talk us through the, in your presentation, a lot of like smart city innovations, smart integrations into the SME. So maybe talk us through that. What exactly is it that you'll be teaching these entrepreneurs, and then what makes your services very drastically different from already existing out there?
Oh, okay. So as you look at most businesses, the key things in terms of smart city innovations is always about integrating different and various technologies into different places. So in terms of businesses, such small things such as smart receipting or smart accounting, in which whereby you develop these systems for these businesses so that they're able to use those in order so that they will make a smaller carbon footprint on the planet, and also integrate various types of technologies into the business. Like I was talking about the alternative stock exchange, which allows SMEs to create an online portfolio in which whereby promising investors are able to invest.
Feedback a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, sorry.
You have some feedback over there, so I'm not sure if you have two devices close to each other. Just to flat. Sorry. Sometimes it's like.
Yeah.
Oh,
can you try speak
okay.
again? Let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
As I was saying that most, as businesses grow and expand, they need technological innovation, such as small things such as smart receipting and smart accounting. Now, these are the things that you'd like to integrate into small, medium enterprises. Is anyone else
struggling to hear? Okay, now we can hear you. Carry on.
Oh, okay. So, small, medium enterprises, they need to be able to integrate various forms of technology into their business.
Oh, goodness.
Such as
okay.
I'm sorry, Daniel. I don't know if we're the only ones that can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know if the problem is on our end or if it's from your end. Maybe, I don't know. Do we need to do typed answers or something?
Yeah, and maybe you can try to join in again at the end, because we can't hear your answers. And if there are any questions from the audience, we can send them to Daniel, and then we will we'll reveal his answers to you guys.
Yeah, and there are some questions. There's already one from Hope saying, so anyone who signs up receives a 5% equity stake. So if you can, we'll get also someone from the team to make sure that we harvest your answers to these questions so that we can make sure everybody knows before voting. Another question, what makes your special service proprietary? Okay. All right. So we'll make sure we get the answers from you, and we'll make sure to read them out before voting. So don't worry. People will get to hear what your answers are.
All right.
And yeah, feel free to type them as well in the comments. That's great. I saw you're already typing. So thank you for that.
Okay. Thanks so much, Tanya. See you a little bit later.
See you in a little bit. All right. Okay, so for our next pitch, we have Karabo Manala of Trash It Zimbabwe. Trash It is a refuse collection and recycling initiative that aims to promote efficient refuse disposal and encourage a culture of recycling. All right, let's hear it from Karabo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karabo Manala, and I'm from Trash It Refuse Collection and Recycling Services. Trash It Refuse Collection and Recycling Services is a registered company in Harare, Zimbabwe. Over the years, we have noticed the problems of illegal dumping, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karabo Manala from Trash It Refuse Collection and Recycling Services, which is a company registered in Harare, Zimbabwe. Over the years, we have noticed the problem of illegal dumping, non-separation of waste,
All right, guys, I don't know what happened there. We're so sorry. So it looks like it is likely our network. I'm not sure what is happening. So we're trying to troubleshoot that. But do we have Karabo on the line with us?
Hi,
Karabo, can you hear us?
Hi, afternoon.
Good. How are you? Okay.
We can't hear
I
you.
hope I don't know if you can hear us. Okay, now we hear you.
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, could you please just walk us through your business model and just your revenue streams, and then we'll take the next question from the audience.
Okay. So basically, as mentioned, we are a refuse collection and recycling services company. We collect refuse at monthly subscription fees, and we service north of Harare. We also then sell gradable bin liners that we've partnered with eco-friendly suppliers who make these bin liners, and then we sell off our recycling material. So basically, that's how we generate our
All right. Okay. Thank you, Karabo. Are there any questions from the audience?
Hello?
Any audience questions? Maybe Karabo, you could talk us through your competition. Are you the only one who's doing this, and how are you uniquely positioned to, what's your competitive advantage over them?
Okay, and this time it is definitely on Karabo's end, apparently.
I think so.
Yeah, I've just been told.
Okay.
Karabo, can you hear us? Okay, can you do the same thing and also just respond to any of the questions that come up in the chat, and then we'll also get someone from the team to contact you just so that you can also type in your answers. And we do have one question that's just come up saying how viable is that venture, seeing that there are many people doing the same. So this is recycling business. So if you could also just respond to the answer in the chat, we'll also make sure that we can answer your question, any answers before people vote, so that they know exactly what they're voting for. And then I also just wanted to add, regarding the question, just to walk us through, like, what is your traction, and how much are you asking for versus your traction. Okay. All right, we're going on to the next pitch.
Yes, so this is the last one for today by Liberty Huchu, and their organization is called Omni Learning, and it's a social impact company, and they aim to increase the affordability and convenience of learning essential skills, and they do it through innovative online and physical support systems. So let's hear it from Liberty.
%90 of Zimbabwean schools do not have skills development courses, and 96% of CEOs across Africa are concerned about the lack of up-to-date skills in the current job market. With rising unemployment, this is a worrying statistic. The main reason behind this is inflexible, inconvenient, and costly current learning systems. We are increasing the affordability and accessibility to skills needed for one to succeed via our innovative online platform and physical center. Our platform is the perfect learning partner for individuals to access free and priced self-paced courses, a marketplace for trainers to sell or share online courses and reach a wide audience with no hassle, and organizations can mass train employees without disrupting productivity. We will have 10% of the 4.7 projected e-learning market in Africa by 2027 via partnerships and accredited courses. We are currently getting 10,000 site visits, and the center gets 30 people month on month. We take 30% per every course purchase, and face-to-face courses are priced at $35 on average, and we are targeting 10 businesses at $100 monthly subscriptions. Competition locally includes Akelo, internationally Udemy, and many others. But our user focus and 360 approach plus skills approach will make us stand out. We are seeking mentorship, networking, and 20,000 convertible notes at an agreed interest rate to be used for marketing and technical support. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Liberty. Are you online with us? Hi, Liberty.
Hello.
Hi, Liberty. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Thanks. So Liberty, so you mentioned, there are a lot of players in this environment. So maybe talk us how you are unique. Like, are you cheaper than these guys out there, or what is your competitive advantage?
Okay, I think our competitive advantage lies in our user focus, user experience focus, honestly, and understanding the right problems that customers face, which is basically individuals want to acquire a number of skills that will make them stand out in the job market. And then companies as well are looking for ways to upskill employees without disrupting the day-to-day productivity and so on. So we then developed a software and application that allows all that to happen in one place and allows the trainers themselves to enjoy the benefits of teaching in the style they want, right? What do I mean by that? Number one, our platform has got live sessions built onto the platform. It supports any form of content, it can be PDFs, Word, etc. from the trainer. And then if a trainer wants to assess his or her students or employees, basically it also is an assessment platform where they can have tests and then, of course, get certificates at the end of their learning sessions. Then, in terms of the students' benefits, a student gets the opportunity to use our discussion features to interact with other students or even ask questions, while they're also learning at their own pace. Then, on top of that, we added affordability as another benefit to that same platform, where a trainer who feels they just want to train, they can be an individual or an organization that want to train a particular course of any area. There's no limit to what can be taught on the platform. They can just publish their course whenever they want. And once the course is live, they choose whether they want to price it, offer it for free. So the fact that they offer some courses for free makes our solution a very impactful solution to those who couldn't afford to actually purchase a particular course. Then we also allow the students themselves to choose whatever course they want, whether it's priced or free, anytime, any day, and they can learn without any limit. Then understanding that, in Africa, sometimes there are, limits to access to some of the payment systems. We managed to integrate a number of payment systems, including, our local eco-caches through PayNow, etc., plus also allowing those that can pay via USDs to also join and make payments. Then we didn't want to leave the whole advantages only.
He's answering even new questions. carry on, but round up.
Okay. To maybe to conclude on that, the benefits, there are many benefits, honestly, that makes us stand out.
Yeah.
What we then did is we understood what the African market needed, which is basically wanting to learn from experts from here in Africa, because those are the ones that have gone through the same environmental challenges that they have they are also going through. So we have been on a drive to look for experts across Africa that can join the platform, train at their own time, create a course once, and then from there onwards, anyone can access it. Then additionally, currently, we are just working on a find a job feature, which is going to help anyone who lands on our platform to basically get to publish their work. Let's say they were doing graphic design on the platform or whatever, they can get to publish some of the work that they've done. And once they've done that, of course, on that find a job page, anyone can just browse through, see the works that this person has done, and then hire them from that platform. So we are offering that 360 approach where you learn, you share, and then you earn. Then at our physical center.
Thank you so much. I'm going to cut you off because I have a follow-up question to that. So, you said you're looking for experts across Africa, but how do you ensure quality assurance, of the courses? Because, if they're offering, a lot of them are free and, things like that. So how do you make sure that what's on your platform is, quality material?
Okay. What we do, we have a two-phase approach, right? The first thing is before someone publishes a course, we make sure that it's under review, right? So you create your course, you put your course outline, then it goes under review. So you put your content, but before it goes out, it's under review. At the moment, we've been doing it in-house because there are not so many courses yet. We only fully launched in January. So I think as we grow, we are going to have a team that's going to be specially looking into revealing this content specifically as a department. But that's the first feature we have. Then also, we offer what is known as the learning handbook. Omni Learning Handbook, which is on the platform as well. So basically what that does is it guides people on what to do in terms of delivering lessons, how to deliver the best lessons, and which lessons are not allowed, including things like, promoting violence, etc. And we have an AI system that quickly picks up such words like anything that promotes violence, etc., and anything that promotes maybe sexual harassment to be quickly flagged out, and we look into it, and when we quickly disable the course if that is the case.
Okay. All right. So we have a question from Hope, and I am going to ask that you answer them concisely because we have a couple of questions to get through. So data is expensive, and so this could affect uptake. Do you have offline options?
Okay. I think at a later stage, we'll look into making some of the PDF material be zero rated on their library that is also part of the platform. But at the moment, the only offline option we have becomes the center that we have in town, where you can still access these courses at $35 a month via the center for those that are local. But if you don't have, then of course you can use the computers that we have at our center to also access the course content.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And Chimobo is asking, if you employ job placement, what's the percentage of people taking the courses versus people who are hiring or them getting hired, I guess?
Okay. To be honest, at the moment, we haven't gotten people that have actually completed courses yet for us to then measure how many people get hired via, after learning at any of our, whether the center or online, right? But I think so far, what has been fascinating is the number of people that have been joining the platform and learning various courses. And we are, also still developing rather the job placement, the online system that I talked about. I think you made me mention it. Once it's done, I think I'll be able to give a very concise answer in terms of how many people you have learned and gotten employed from our platform.
Okay, and your response, are any of the courses accredited?
At the center, yes, we got a accreditation recently from Unity Games to sell their courses physically and online. And we are still looking for other courses so that can be accredited as we partner maybe a number of other organizations internally in Zimbabwe and outside.
Okay. Perfect.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Liberty. We'll see you in a little bit. So for now, we're just going to get to some of the questions that entrepreneurs didn't get a chance to answer. So with what's the name of his organization? Treehouse Club for Daniel. Yeah. When asked what makes his co-working space different, he says our spaces offer specialized gear to make every small business a smart business by integrating various innovations such as smart receipting and smart accounting. And this also includes adding these businesses to the stock exchange.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And then, so everyone who joins gets 5% was another question. And Daniel's answer is the business will give 5% to the co-working space, and we will ensure the success of the business as we will be connected to the business. Okay. Okay, and I just want to say one thing, Daniel. I noticed you have hubs as your competition, but you didn't put Impact Hub Harare, which is fine to put Impact Hub Harare. This is fine, and it's great, like smart technology, you know? Yeah. So I just wanted to say, don't be shy about putting something because you're like, you know, the ecosystem growth is good for everybody.
Okay, and then Karabo from Trash It, when asked how viable the venture is, seeing as there are many people doing the same thing, he says it is very viable. As there is so much waste being generated given our growing population, and the trick is to target certain niche areas, which we have already done, and form good relations with them to constantly collect their recycling material.
Okay, awesome. Another question for Karabo was, what is your competitive advantage over your competitors? It would be over competitors, right? Mm-hmm. And it's, we are the cheapest in the market. We are smaller than most of them, giving us a customer personal touch. We give discounts in certain areas and offer 10 free bin liners per month. We focus on spreading the awareness of recycling as opposed to just collecting trash. We are responsive and always on time.
Always on time. Okay, and then Daniel, again from the Treehouse, the co-working space, he said, somebody asked about proprietary rights, and he says, we've partnered with Empretech Zimbabwe, which trains SMEs in partnership with UNDP, providing a course that has generated 90,000 successful entrepreneurs, and the application for the stock exchange integration was designed by Escrow Systems.
All right.
So,
okay, yeah, perfect. At least now we know and we have all the responses.
Yeah.
So everybody, you've heard everybody's pitches and everybody's answers. So really think about who is your favorite.
Yeah. So I guess before we get to voting for your favorite startup, we just have a little fun quiz that we want you guys to take. So if you've been listening since the beginning of just this edition, you will know the answers to the questions. So Muku, can you put the link? So we're going to use Kahoot. It's an online quiz platform, and you know, you enter it, you put in your nickname. You don't have to put your full name, although, you know, you might want to, because the winner is going to receive a Founders Live t-shirt. So the questions are all worth 1 point, but questions 7 to 10 have double points. So it gives people an opportunity because they're a little bit harder. So it'll give you the opportunity to, you know, gain points if you don't know the questions 1 to 6. And then, so after every attempt, we will show the leaderboard so that it's a little bit exciting. And then
very exciting.
and then the points are awarded also depending on how fast you answer the questions. So,
all right. So yeah, let's get going with the quiz. Please, guys, join. Our Kahoot game is waiting for you to sign in. So please sign in on the link. And support, can you share the link on the, is it possible to share it on the screen? Did you put it in the?
Yes.
Okay, people are asking, can you please put the link here? So please, can we add the link to the chat?
I guess, yeah. Muku, can you add the link?
Okay, so I think they're figuring it out. They're figuring out adding the link to the chat.
So yeah, it's Kahoot. So go to kahoot.it and then you have to enter the game pin is up there.
Right.
4620969.
Okay, so the link is kahoot.it and then you have to enter the game pin once you get to the link, okay? We see some, oh yay, we're starting to see people.
Yes, we have a few. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit more to have a few more people join. Come on, guys, it'll be fun.
And people are all over the place. So your t-shirt, if you're in America or South Africa, we're gonna have to figure out how to mail it to you. But this is very exciting. All right, we're gonna give, what should we do? 1 more minute. Okay, so it says I'm in, but how do I play? Okay.
So we're just waiting. We're waiting a couple minutes for because we have so far. Okay, Changamira, we're just waiting for a couple more people to join.
But it will once we start the game.
Yeah.
Then you will be able to see. You basically answer the questions. It's a multiple choice.
Yeah.
Multiple choice question and answer. Okay.
Okay, great. So I think maybe 30 more seconds.
Yeah, 30 more seconds for people to join, and then we will begin the game.
Yes.
And you will find how to play. It's going to be questions that are multiple choice. So once the game starts, you'll see. Don't worry. As long as you've entered everything that they've asked for to this point, you're okay.
Okay, I think we can go ahead and start.
All right.
We have enough players now.
Let's go, support team. All right. Okay, so we will wait for the first question to come up, and then I'll read the first question. Action. All right, so the question number 1, when was Founders Live Seattle established?
And the answer is 2020, 2014, or 2016. So just click on the answer that you think is the correct one. 2020, 2014, or 2016. Okay. All right. So those who answered 2016 correctly, please show the leaderboard.
All right. Okay, let's keep going. Right. We're still going. We have we have 10 questions, so keep going.
Okay, so the next question is, who is the founder of Founders Live Global? Nick Cannon, Nick Hughes, or Nick Jonas?
And I think this was mentioned at the beginning. So even if you don't have a clue, if you were here with us in the beginning, you will know.
Thank you. Someone keeps saying that we look so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you very much.
That's very nice of you.
All right. Let's go to question number 3.
Yeah. So question number 3 is,
when did Impact Hub Harare host the first Founders Live Harare event? January 2016, October 2018, December 2020. When did Impact Hub Harare host the first Founders Live Harare event? January 2016, October 2018, December 2020.
Okay.
All right.
There's, Tatenda. Okay, Tatenda is in the lead. I hope that's not our Tatenda.
No, it can't be.
Okay, so the 4th question In which edition did the founder of Founders Live visit Impact Hub Harare? So the founder of Founders Live Global, when did he visit Impact Hub Harare?
Is that Nick Cannon? When did he visit? What was his name again?
It's probably Nick Jonas. So was it volume 7, 13, or 2?
All right.
Great.
Okay, so we're going to move on to question 5. Which edition was the first to be held online? This is of the Founders Live Harare.
Of Founders Live Harare.
Which edition of Founders Live Harare was the first to be held online? Hey, Corona things, huh? COVID vibes.
Yeah.
Is that too much of a clue?
March 2020.
So volume 8, volume 15, or volume 9?
We don't know. I don't know.
All right.
The next question we have coming up on the leaderboard, Jamal. Okay, so which startup won Founders Live Harare Volume 2? Was it Yaita, Farmhut, or Housing Hub? The startup that won Founders Live Harare Volume 2. Just when we were starting out, eh? Okay.
All right.
Time is up.
Number 7. Which local startup won Founders Live Prime Africa region in 2021? Okay. Which local startup won Founders Live Prime Africa region in 2021? And these have double points.
Have double points
Mutombo Specialty Teas or Mofo Tech Labs Masamba Kombucha. Which of these 3 won Founders Live Prime Africa in 2021?
Double points so people can catch up. Okay.
All right. What's the next one?
So I'll just wait for the leaderboard to come up. So the next question is, Founders Live Harare will be turning how old this year? I think we said this in the beginning. So is it 2 years, 5 years, or 4 years? How old is Founders Live Harare turning this year? 2 years, 5 years, or 4 years?
Okay. All right. Let's see the leaderboard and move on to the next question. Second last question. Okay, perfect. Which of the following is a sponsor of Founders Live Harare? Econet, Utande, Seamus. Where do we? I was about to give it away. Econet, Utande, or Seamus?
Yeah, just say the answers. Don't say anything after that. All right, so there we go. And the last question, who's in the leaderboard? Okay, so the last question for the day is, how long is the Founders Live pitch? 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 39 seconds. How long is the Founders Live pitch? The last question. Okay.
Okay, the quiz is done. Let's see who has won.
Okay, Tam.
Oh, third place is Tam.
Second place is.
I can see NET for the second place.
So who's number 1? Can you pull up the leaderboard?
I think that's what they're. Wiggles! Okay, well done to Wiggles, Nat and Tam. And Wiggles is our winner for today. We have a t-shirt for you, Wiggles, and some serious street credibility. So well done.
All right, so Wiggles, please send us an email at info.harare@impacthub.net. It's in the chat. Just send us your name, your address, your t-shirt size, and we will mail you your t-shirt. Yep. Hopefully you're not like in Antarctica or someplace.
I know, like Antarctica would be preferable. That is not, but we'll get it to you if you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys. That was great to just do a quick quiz. Thank you for everyone who has been supporting Founders Live Harare and just, you know, entrepreneurs in Zim.
Yeah. So we're going to vote now. So please put the voting link. So which setup was your favorite for today? Was it iFowa? Was it Qubit? Was it the Treehouse, Trash It, or Omni Learning?
Yeah.
So you just have to put in your, it's very quick. Put in your email address and then just click on your favorite startup from today.
Exactly. And my usual spiel, if you don't vote, you're voting for the winner. So do not be apathetic. Vote for your favorite. I thought they were amazing. And always excited. It never gets old. It never gets old to see people out there doing things, creating employment, creating businesses. I think it's one of the keys to development, you know. So we're so happy and we want to congratulate everyone that's here. Please vote for your favorite. Okay.
Please put the voting link in the comment section as well, so that people who don't want to use the QR code can just use the link.
Okay, Franklin, we are sending the link. It will be with you shortly. We're also putting it in the chat.
Okay, so we've opened up voting. So go ahead and vote for your favorite startup. And let me see.
We need to vote too.
Yes, we do need to vote.
All right, link is coming up.
There's the link, hararevoting.founderslive.com. So we'll give you 5 minutes to vote. And in the meantime, I think let's just go over some of the answers of the quiz. And
yeah, I mean, now we know what it is. So
yeah.
Okay, someone is asking what is the link. So the link is also in the chat, but it's also hararevoting.founderslive.com. hararevoting.founderslive.com. Okay. So we're going to give you a few minutes so that you are able to vote. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing. All right. So yeah, the questions. You wanted to discuss the questions a little bit.
So first, Founders Live Seattle 2016. So 2016, I think, was a good year because, you know, the world as we know it was alive and thriving. And then I think Founders Live, you know, pre-COVID was already in about 55 cities across the world.
Yeah.
So 2016, and then between 2016 and 2020, the expansion was 55 cities, which is a lot.
Yeah,
in a short period of time. And we usually used to have physical events. There were no online events at all. And then after COVID, obviously everything changed.
Yeah, they were limited.
Yeah.
And initially, I remember when we got into the online events, and the first one, we were kind of like, this is strange, you know, doing this online. We were so used to hosting it at the hub and having a vibrant event, community event. But it turns out doing it online is also amazing because we ended up being able to reach so many more people and instantly, and maybe people who can't make it because they're at work or in another city or in another country, whatever it is, were able to make it. So I think that's one of the pluses of doing it online.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think, you know, going forward, even if we go back to physical events, I think we definitely need to include virtual elements because, you know, we want you guys to stay with us. Who knows, maybe 10 years from now, we'll still be doing this.
Who knows, you know. We'll still be supporting startups in some shape or form. Yeah.
Then I think for the second question, I just love whoever came up with this quiz because those were pretty good answers. Nick Cannon, Nick Jonas, and Nick Hughes. It was kind of a giveaway, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But what if you don't know the other Nick? So obviously it's Nick Hughes. Yes. Just in case you're still like, is it, you know? So yes, but yeah, I wonder if anyone got that wrong.
I don't think so.
I'm curious.
I hope not.
We'll look, but we won't tell.
Okay, so Impact Harare, of course, October 2018, and we're turning 4 this year. So like
Founders Live Harare is turning.
Yes, Founders Live Harare. So that's like a toddler. Walking toddler.
I mean, that's amazing. It's funny because the other day I think you said how old are we? And I was like, 3, you know, for Founders Live Harare. And then it's like, oh no, we're turning 4, which is crazy. Even the 19 editions, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No,
I think we're a little bit crazy sometimes, but that's good. What's your speech? The crazy ones.
Here's to the misfits, the troublemakers. I won't do it now. I think I've overdone it. It's okay, but you know what I mean.
Hey, if it fits, right?
If it fits, it fits. Okay, I think we have like a little bit more time. How much voting time do we have left?
Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay. There are a lot of responses. Keep going, guys. We'll give you about 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes.
So at 3:13, I will close the voting link. So if you haven't voted for your favorite, did you vote? We need to vote.
Not yet, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna vote.
Yes, we'll stop talking for a minute.
So you can just put up the voting screen and take us off while we vote in private. Okay.
Are we ready?
Oh, Faro wants a drum roll.
I've officially closed voting.
Okay. So, the winner of Founders Live Harare 19th edition is
support.
We need to know. We need to know. The people need to know. Come on. Okay. I won't be able to see this for you. Okay! Qubit Dynamics!
Well done.
Well done. Well done to Qubit Dynamics.
So, are you online, Tendai?
Yeah.
Tendai Musa. And landslide. Hi, Tendai.
Hey,
Hi, Tendai. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm so elated. Very happy.
That's great.
Yes.
So I think we never went through what you actually won. So $10,000 worth of Amazon Web Service credits and membership here at Impact Harare. So we'll help you support your business, you know, have access to our networking events and our global network as well, and so much more. I'm going to be like, what's his name? Liberty. The benefits are numerous.
They are endless. We're so proud of you. Well done. Do you have any words you want to say?
Oh, really? Yeah. Sure. Thanks a lot. It's been a dream. I think it's been an interesting journey, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity. You know, the desire is just to change the narrative of Africa. We are always playing catch up with the first world, but we can be frontiers as well, as long as innovation is given a space to shout. And, you know, I want to say to everyone, keep pushing, pursue the dream. If you believe it, you know, everyone else will follow you. So thank you once again.
Okay, that's awesome. And do you have anything to say to your fellow participants here who you pitched along with?
Yeah, sure. I think I've heard this statement, like, you know, a lot of time that showing up is half the battle. So you have proved yourself just by being here. Don't lose hope. Votes are just, you know, tallies, but it's not a representation of what 16 million people in this country think about you. So you still have a fighting chance. Keep pushing. You're still a winner. So, you know, just keep pushing.
That's great. And, you know, regardless of exactly, you know, people have witnessed all the pitches. You know, the right contact for you might not be the right contact for someone else, but you know, even amongst you guys and yourselves, you can cross-pollinate. Oh, Leandra Musa says, I imagine her. Congratulations tonight. He's my husband, by the way. That's good. I like it. Well done. No,
I'm sure. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Leandra. So, and you know, your statement about showing up is half the battle. That's always what I say. You stole my statement. And it's true, everybody who managed to get through the application process and go through the training and the pitch competition of the you know, today also walks away with $5,000 worth in Amazon's Web Service credits. So sometimes you do have to just show up and do the work. And I'm sure a lot of people have seen what you guys are doing out there. Yeah. I hope that your phone continues to ring and you get the partnership with customers that you're looking for.
Yeah, and if others are the others are back there, could we bring them up on the screen as well?
Yeah, just so we can say bye to everyone.
Yeah, and if you guys can turn on your cameras, if it's a possibility. Well done to you guys. This has been absolutely a pleasure to host you this afternoon and to learn about your businesses. And we definitely are your supporters. We're in your corner. But yeah, congratulations. And we look forward to continuing to network with you guys and work with you guys. And also, I want to say thank you to our Impact Harare team, who is always there in support, you know, and making sure that everything is good. But yeah, well done to all of you.
Well done, everybody. Takes a village.
Village to raise a startup.
And thanks to the viewers. You know, you guys are incredible, and we hope you had as much fun as we did.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.